another Melisma lesson, lesson 15 actually, and it is all about getting creative with rhythms. And I did something a little different again. I like doing things different, and I think you'll have fun with this. I did. I took my Zen drum and I created some rhythms that I know work quite well for vocalists, because the whole idea here is to be improvisational. By singing melismas, you need to be able to emote spontaneous rhythms out of you. So just wanted to get you into that mode. I know I've done it a little bit in some of the previous lessons, but this one is just about me laying down the drum rhythms and you having to create melismas, some longer, some shorter, but characteristic to singers as far as the rhythms were concerned. So that's what I did as far as what happened this week for lessons. Now, on the musical tip of the week, I want to give you an exercise, a fun exercise that keeps your voice consistent and teaches you how to feel secondary tensions. I'm always talking about the fact that you don't want to grimace with your face or strain your neck, strain your neck. What I mean by that is see veins popping out of your neck or muscles going like that, or grimacing like that to try to hit high notes. Any of those, pushing your head forward like that. All of those things are indications that you're using or feeling like you need to use muscles that have nothing to do with the singing process. The muscles that do have something to do with the singing process are very small and very weak compared to these outside muscles that people are always trying to activate. So the trick here is to learn how to focus a consistent airflow through your vocal cords, keeping it very consistent and simultaneously taking away all of the tension. Well, it's easy enough to see if you have tension in your face. Stand in front of a reflection. That's right, get in front of a mirror when you do the exercise I'm going to give you right now. Now, to develop tone, and this is a tone developing exercise, to develop tone, everybody who develops tone, they are, and what I mean by everybody, trumpet players, saxophone players, flute players, violinists, anybody who has to hold a consistent tone with their instrument, they need to develop muscles that help them do that. Everybody blows long tones if you live in the horn world, or bows long tones if you're a string player. And they do that in the name of getting better. But different muscles develop doing those long tones. If you're a trumpet player, you start to develop muscles around your lip. If you're a flute player, different muscles. If you're a saxophone player, around your mouth this way. If you're a violinist or a celloist or anybody who's using a bow, obviously your bow hand starts to get better. You start to learn what pressures and so forth it takes to be able to get that tone. So how would long tones work for a singer? Well, I have told you for I'm constantly saying the fact that the vocal folds are a resisting bands. The air is pushing up through the vocal cords, and as that is happening, they are resisting the air. And if they resist hard, you start to have too much pressure built up. So you want to learn how to bring a nice constant airflow through you, turn that into a sound, and at the same time not activate too much tension. So right off, when I talk about this exercise, this is a low volume exercise. You don't want to get too loud with this. Take a breath, and let's just do a hiss. Let's go. Now I want you to do it, but just a moment here. In a moment I'm going to ask you to do that. And while you're doing it, I want to talk to you. And as I talk to you, I want you to make some adjustments. First of all, when you start it, don't go s and hit it hard, or go s and come up to it. S, s, s. Practice getting a good onset and a good start without pushing at all. So take your breath, go ahead and hiss. Now, right while you're hissing, relax your forehead, relax the muscles below your cheek. Make sure that your neck is really relaxed. So you're not doing anything that's pushing too hard. Okay, you probably stopped by then. Take another breath, try that again. Keep it consistent. Now, what I mean by consistent is I don't want to hear it go anything like that. Any combination of fluctuation in there, you want to work towards getting that fluctuation away. when I'm doing that, even the hinge of my jaw, if you think about relaxing it, because you may look like you're relaxed on the outside, but if you're holding any kind of internal tensions inside, it will affect your tone. Now, let's take that and turn it into a sound. Same thing, and as far as the note's concerned, it does not have to be my note. You know, we have all kinds of different voices here, male voices, female voices, high voices, low voices, so anywhere, anywhere that's comfortable for you. So take that breath again, hold that note continual. Now take a breath to stop the note. And what I mean by that, you just breathe in, but don't shock yourself. Tai Chi out and Tai Chi in, everything nice and smooth. And take a breath. Now let's turn that into a Z. Z. And again, low volume. Z. Take a breath to stop the note. Now let's take that Z off of it and just go E. Take a breath. Now from there, take that note and go E. So see if you can just go up like a minor second and hold the note a little bit, come back down. E. Now let's turn it into a really great exercise for you. All of that was a build up to that point of you feeling this without anything, any tension happening. Now go through your vowels. Go. Ooh. Take a breath. Then O. Oh. Take a breath. Then Take a breath. E. E. Take a breath. Ah. Breath. A. That's a good beginning warm-up, and also a way that you can gauge if you're keeping the notes consistent or not. Let me tell you something else that's interesting about this. If you do it right and you do it at the perfect right volume, even if you've had vibrato problems with your vibrato may start to come in when you have the perfect balanced air pressure to the volume that's correct to get that air pressure coming through your vocal folds. So musical tip of the week, consistent air pressure, no tension in the face, neck, relaxed in the shoulders so the shoulders aren't pulling up. And work through your vowels. Oo, O, E, and A. Now, if you're on YouTube, there's your musical tip as well. That can help you a lot. But come on over to the site. Check us out. There's so much information here. Beginning, intermediate, advanced voice courses, ear training course, the Melisma course, teaching you how to sing licks and lines improvisationally. What is the Listen and Recognize course? There's a jazz scat singing course. Most of the time I can never remember everything that's on the site. We have so much here. Also, hundreds of different singers, some famous, some not, but all good, that have sung songs, and I've turned those into lessons for you, both for male and female singers. So come on over and check out the site, totallyvocals.com. See you next time.